Episode 2, The Path of Solitude, Haruka's Survival Skills. As Episode 2 begins, Haruka has already accepted his new reality as a lone adventurer in this unfamiliar world. The solitude that once provided him with comfort is now a tool for survival. Having set out on his own, Haruka knows that while his classmates may rely on each other for protection and camaraderie, he must rely solely on his wits and unique abilities. The world is dangerous, filled with monsters and threats beyond anything he's ever encountered in the modern world, and Haruka is determined to navigate this path alone. Early days of survival. At first, Haruka's strategy is simple: avoid conflict whenever possible. His loner skill ensures that he can remain undetected by both monsters and other adventurers. This ability becomes particularly useful as he encounters low-level creatures in the wild. These monsters, though not overwhelmingly powerful, pose a significant threat to an untrained adventurer. Yet, thanks to his skill, Haruka is able to slip past them unnoticed, gathering resources and supplies without ever needing to engage in battle. His caution pays off as he moves through the forest, avoiding potential threats and slowly building up his stockpile of items using his inventory skill. However, while his avoidance strategy works in the beginning, Haruka quickly realizes that survival in this world isn't just about running away. He will eventually need to fight. He begins to understand the limitations of his current strategy. No matter how skilled he is at evading detection, there will come a time when he must face danger head-on. To that end, Haruka decides to train himself in basic combat skills, beginning with simple weapons like a dagger he had scavenged from the wilderness. His movements are awkward at first, having never used a weapon in his life. Yet, Haruka is determined to improve, practicing tirelessly in the shadows, away from prying eyes. The episode takes time to show Haruka's slow but steady growth in combat. Unlike his classmates, who rely on flashy magical powers or high-level skills, Haruka's approach is methodical and grounded. He practices until his muscles ache, honing his reflexes and learning the intricacies of each weapon he can find. His journey is a testament to the power of persistence. Even without grand abilities, Haruka proves that hard work and dedication can make a difference. Encountering monsters. As Haruka trains in secret, he continues to explore the vast landscape. The world is beautiful yet perilous, with sprawling forests, jagged mountains, and dark caves that conceal untold dangers. During one of his excursions, Haruka comes across his first real challenge, a mid-level monster known as a forest beast. The creature, resembling a massive wolf with razor-sharp claws and glowing red eyes, stands between Haruka and a valuable cache of resources. Initially, Haruka contemplates slipping past the monster as he has done before. His loner skill allows him to stay hidden, but the temptation of the rare resources behind the beast pushes him to take a risk. For the first time since arriving in this world, Haruka decides to engage in combat. Armed with his dagger and a makeshift shield, Haruka approaches the beast cautiously. The tension builds as he inches closer, knowing that one wrong move could lead to his downfall. The fight is grueling and intense. Haruka's inexperience in battle shows as he struggles to keep up with the creature's speed and strength. The beast lunges at him with incredible force, and though Haruka is able to dodge its attacks using his agility, he quickly realizes that a direct confrontation won't work. His blows barely scratch the creature's hide, and every missed strike leaves him vulnerable to retaliation. But Haruka refuses to give up. His mind races as he recalls the lessons he has learned from observing the world around him. He begins to notice patterns in the creature's movements, moments of weakness when the beast pauses between attacks. Using his knowledge and keen observation, Haruka shifts his strategy. Instead of attacking head-on, he focuses on countering the beast's movements, striking when it's vulnerable and retreating before it can retaliate. The battle becomes a game of endurance. Haruka doesn't need overwhelming strength, he needs patience and precision. With every successful strike, his confidence grows. His fear begins to melt away, replaced by a steely determination to survive. The fight reaches its climax when Haruka, after a series of precise blows, finally lands a critical strike on the creature's neck, bringing it down. The taste of victory. Exhausted and bloodied, Haruka stands victorious over the fallen monster. It is a moment of triumph, not just over the beast, but over his own self-doubt. Haruka had always known that this world would challenge him in ways he had never experienced before, but this victory proves that he has the strength to survive, even without the powerful abilities that his classmates possess. Haruka loots the beast's remains and collects the valuable resources he had fought so hard for. Among the loot, he discovers an item known as a beast core, a magical gemstone that enhances a user's physical abilities when absorbed. Haruka hesitates for a moment, wondering if this item will change him in ways he can't predict, but eventually, he decides to use it. After all, if he is to survive in this harsh world, he must take every advantage he can get. When Haruka absorbs the beast core, a surge of energy courses through his body. His senses become sharper, his muscles feel stronger, and his reflexes improve. It's not a dramatic change, but it is enough to give him a slight edge in future battles. Haruka realizes that this world operates on a different set of rules, one where strength and power can be obtained through battle and determination. Reflections on loneliness. As Haruka continues his journey, the episode takes a more introspective turn. While his physical growth is evident, Haruka also begins to reflect on the nature of his loneliness. In the real world, being a loner was a choice, a way to escape the pressures and expectations of society. But in this new world, solitude is no longer a choice, it is a necessity. Haruka starts to wonder if he has truly embraced his loner lifestyle, or if deep down, he longs for the companionship that he has always avoided. His thoughts often drift to his classmates, who are likely forming strong bonds and working together to overcome the challenges of this world. Haruka imagines them laughing, celebrating their victories, and supporting each other in times of need. He realizes that while he has grown stronger through solitude, he has also missed out on the human connections that make life meaningful. Yet, despite these reflections, Haruka remains steadfast in his decision to walk the path of a loner. He reminds himself that his loner skill is both a blessing and a curse. It allows him to survive in ways others cannot, but it also isolates him from the rest of the world. Haruka knows that this journey will be difficult, but he is determined to see it through, no matter the cost. Moving forward. By the end of episode 2, Haruka has not only survived his first real battle, but also grown significantly as a character. He understands the importance of strategy, patience, and self-reliance in this new world. But more importantly, he has begun to confront the deeper emotional challenges of his loneliness. Though he remains committed to walking his own path, the seeds of doubt have been planted. Haruka is starting to question whether he can truly thrive in this world without forming any connections. As the episode closes, Haruka prepares for the next stage of his journey. Armed with new skills, greater confidence, and a sharper understanding of the world around him, he sets off once again, determined to carve out a life for himself in this dangerous new reality. But the question lingers, how long can one survive, or truly live, without others by their side?